What's it? All right, tell the camera what flavor it is.
Peanut butter smoothie.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Smells like peanut butter.
What's up, y'all? Just finished shooting, as you guys can see. Nice little workout on an off day, just something light. Like to get in here and just get some light shots up. But right now I'm about to go eat, and then we're gonna grab coffee and go for a drive. I don't know if I wanna get the coffee, go for a drive, or go drive somewhere to get coffee and like sit outside. You know what I mean? Cause I've been contemplating, but we're gonna figure it out. You feel me? We're gonna figure it out. So catch y'all in a little bit. At Starbucks again. I wonder when I'm done with school and I'm done hooping, I wonder if coffee's gonna stay a consistent part of my life. I've went through phases with coffee where when I first got into it, I was just doing I was messing around with different flavors, trying different coffee. Then I went straight black, and then there was a certain amount of time where I kind of just stopped drinking caffeine as a whole, and I was fine. And then I slowly weaned back into it. And now it's something I drink every single day. I don't drink a lot, right? I don't drink a lot, but I drink it every day. And I like keeping it just black. I don't like putting all that extra stuff. As you guys know, if you watch the vlogs, I keep it really simple. So, but I wonder to see if it's gonna be a consistent practice when I'm done. You know what I mean, with school and stuff like that. But who knows?
So sorry for that, my friend. What can I get going for you?
No, it's all right. Can I just do a grande cold brew light ice, please?
A grande cold brew with light ice?
Yep.
All right. Did you want any flavoring in that or anything?
No, just black is fine.
Just black. You got it. Anything else for you today?
That'll be it. Here. So, I had gotten DM'd about from a dude from my Waggles page about maintaining habits, how to stay on track, things like that. And I was actually thinking about this. Like, it's really interesting because I had to reflect a little bit, and I was like, well, how do you like maintain a habit? Like, how do you really like continue to stay consistent with a habit that you're trying to implement, right? And I think that's a challenge for a lot of us, especially when you're trying to implement new habits and kind of, go on that personal development journey and start to, be better in a lot of areas. It's hard to implement those habits and to stick to them, and that, like I mentioned in one of my older videos about like the motivation, and that like the motivation is going to come and go, you know what I mean? And if you rely strictly on feeling like you want to do it, you're not always going to stay consistent with it, and it's very unstable to do that, right? But I was thinking about kind of like my journey and like what I really did to start implementing these habits. And I mean, for me, it really just came down to a point where it got so bad in my life, I hit rock bottom, where I was like, well, I already know what doing what I've been doing is going to get me, so I have to try something different, right? And I think it was the desire to never go back to certain things that I experienced, or the pain, or that rock bottom that kept me like on the path. But also, I think on top of it is, it's like you almost have to make an identity shift, right? Like, you have to start viewing yourself as the person that you want to become, right? And I think that's a very, very important part of implementing habits, healthier habits, and doing things like that. Because, hold up, this car just pulled out. But because when you change, like when you really start to embody, that vision that you have for yourself, that better version for yourself, and you believe that that is who you are, you're gonna start acting accordingly, if that makes sense, right? So often, like, we have certain habits that we want to implement, but we really don't feel like, oh, this ain't for us, man. I'm not a spiritual person. I can't meditate, or man, my mind is just too crazy. There's no way I'll ever be able to just sit down by myself. Oh, I'm not good at writing, so I just don't know how to journal. But it's like you have to really like shift your mindset to understand like you're trying to be the person that you have envisioned for yourself, right? And like we always say, if you don't have that vision, you got to create it. You know what I mean? Take a piece of paper out and write down how you see yourself, how you see the best version of yourself. You know what I mean? And write down what would that person do on a daily basis, and then start to become that, start to embody that. You know what I mean? Start to really like, push yourself to say, I am going to stay consistent with what is aligned with where I'm trying to go, right? And it's just like sports. Like that's why I love sports, because it relates so much to life. You know what I mean? When you are trying to, implement a new habit or start something new, at first you're going to be faced with a lot of friction because you've never done it before, right? It's something that is new to you, right? But you have to understand that friction isn't there because it's a bad thing. It's there because you're trying to do something that your body is not used to. So that friction is actually a great sign that you're leaning into the discomfort, that you're actually doing something that isn't known to what you already know. You know what I mean? So you're going to be faced with friction. So you have to accept that. Like, you are going to be faced with friction. It's going to be extremely uncomfortable at first, but you just got to stay consistent through that, right? And like I said, relating it to sports, like, if you want to start playing basketball and you've never played basketball for the first time, right? You got to go to the gym and you have to go consistently and learn how to shoot, learn how to dribble, learn how to do all these things, right? And when you first start out, you're not going to be good at it. It's going to be hard to do. You know what I mean? You're going to have some frustration from messing up a lot and stuff like that. But if you stay consistent and go every single day, and this can apply to any hobby that you're trying to learn for the first time. If you stay consistent and go every single day and have that vision for where you're trying to go and the person that you're trying to be, and you keep embodying that, eventually it starts to stick, and then you just start to live that out every single day, right? But I think so often we get so discouraged when we face that friction, or we get so discouraged when maybe we miss a day of something that we were trying to do. And it's like, no, it's a process. It's okay. Like, this is a journey. It's a process of you trying to figure out, different things and explore new realms and implement new habits that you've never dived into before. So it is going to bring some friction. It is going to, cause some, messing up and mistakes and some frustration, but understand that as part of the journey. And you have to make that internal commitment to yourself that you are going to have the patience with yourself to learn through the mistakes and to continue the journey, but also have the persistence that no matter how hard things get, no matter how frustrated I get, I'm going to continue to try at it, because I want that I desire for that vision that I have for myself more than the pain that this new thing is causing me in this moment. The desire for me to become the best version of myself and to start, being better is greater than the friction, is greater than the discomfort, right? And you have to continue to remind yourself of that. So I think when it comes to really maintaining habits and, starting to really like stay consistent with these things, is just, embodying that person that you want to be, and understanding that you have to start, training your body and your mind to be that person now. It's not like, oh, well, when I get there, I'll start doing it. No, you have to start the process now. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it is a vision, right? And all you have is this moment. So you have to continuously focus on bringing attention to this moment and keep reminding yourself that, what decision can I make in this moment that is aligned with the best version of myself, that is aligned with the vision of where I'm trying to get to, right? And it's a daily thing. It's a daily practice. And something that has been really like eye-opening for me is a lot of times with these habits and stuff like that, like when you're implementing new habits and things like that, like you hit a threshold way down the line. Like I'm gonna give you an example, like meditation for me, right? Meditation, when I first started, I was doing it every single day religiously. I just couldn't stop. Like I was like, I'm dedicated to this. I'm gonna figure it out. And I kept going to it, and I did it every day for over a year, easily over a year. And I've gotten to the point now where I've reaped the rewards from what meditation has done. I've literally like been able to change my energy, my perspective. I feel so much different, and it's helped me so much to go about my day, and I understand how to use the things that I learned in that meditation in my day. So right now, like, if I'm being completely honest, I don't need to meditate every single day. You know what I mean? Because I've ingrained the meditation practice within me, so I have gained so much, like, so many things that are, so many tangible things that help me, throughout my day, and I've learned so much that it's not as big of a need right now. And a lot of times with these habits that you implement, when you stick with them for a long, long time, they're just going to become part of who you are. So you're not going to feel the need to like, oh, I got to do this, or I have to maintain this, or it's, oh man, I'm trying so hard, because it is just who you are, right? And you'll understand yourself. You'll understand when to use it, how to use it, when you need to go to it, when you're okay and you might not need to do that habit as much, So I think that's something that you just have to, that's kind of encouraging, is that like there does come a point in time where these habits just become who you are, and it's like clockwork. You don't even have to think about it anymore, And something that I think about where I don't even think about it anymore is my cold shower in the morning. Like, yeah, it's extremely, uncomfortable, and I hate doing it, but the moment I wake up, my mind strictly, like, the first thing I think about is I'm going to that cold shower. It's just my body just takes me right to the bathroom, get right in the shower, turn it to cold, turn it on, and we're going at it. You know what I mean? So yeah, just really think about, like, embodying that person that you want to be, and keeping that vision at the forefront of your mind, and understanding it is a process, it is a journey. So you are going to have days where maybe you don't do what you wanted to do, you don't do the habit, you don't stay consistent, but you just have to stay consistent with the mindset. You have to stay consistent with the fact that, okay, maybe I did mess up, but I'm going to get right back on track. Stay consistent with that, right? And eventually, through that practice, through that, getting them reps up in the gym, you're going to evolve, you're going to keep growing, and these things are going to start sticking, and you are going to start embodying that person. You are going to start becoming that person. It is going to start becoming your identity, and it's a beautiful journey to go on. But understand, like we always say, it is a process, it is a journey. So continue to have grace for yourself, continue to have compassion, continue to have patience, and understand you'll get to where you want to be as long as you continue to take those steps every single day. Trust the process, have faith, and believe in the vision. You feel me? Believe in the vision.